In the world of off-roading legends, few vehicles have earned a reputation as fearsome and unyielding as the Mercedes Unimog. Designed not just to tackle rough terrain, but to dominate it. The Unimog has become an icon of utility, endurance, and go-anywhere capability. And among the most beloved of them all is the Unimog 411, the last of the original Unimog bloodline, before the model evolved into a larger, more specialized machine. Today we're going to look at the story of the Unimog, and then take it over to our Tokyo test track to see how it actually handles against other vehicles currently in the game. To understand the Unimog 411, one must go back to the Unimog's origins. Born in the rubble of post-World War II Germany, the first Unimog, or Universal Motor Garage, was envisioned by Albert Friedrich, a multi-purpose agricultural vehicle, part tractor, part truck, part military-grade off-roader. By 1951, Mercedes-Benz took over production, refining the concept into a truly global workhorse. By the late 1950s, the Unimog had already earned a reputation as the ultimate all-terrain machine, used in farming, forestry, emergency services, and military applications. The Type 411 was introduced in 1956 and was a compact evolution of the original 401/402 models, offering improved usability without sacrificing ruggedness. By 1962, the Unimog 411 rolled off the production line. It had become the final iteration of the original small Unimog design. The year marked one of the last refinements before the model was phased out in favor of larger, more powerful variants. Under the hood of the 1962 411.119 variant, it was equipped with a 1.8-liter OM 636 diesel engine, offering a modest 30 horsepower. But in a Unimog, brute force wasn't the goal. The secret lay in its insanely torquey, low-revving diesel, combined with a 6-speed gearbox and portal axles, giving it an extreme ground clearance unmatched by conventional trucks of the era. What set the Unimog 411 apart wasn't just its durability, but its adaptability. The flexible ladder frame chassis, portal axles, and locking differentials made it nearly unstoppable in any terrain: mud, snow, dirt, rock, or desert. The short 2.17 meter wheelbase made it surprisingly maneuverable as well, perfect for tight farm trails or navigating dense forests. Adding to its versatility, the 411 featured a power takeoff system, or PTO, allowing it to operate farming equipment, snowplows, or even industrial winches. Whether clearing land, hauling timber, or crossing rivers, the 411 was just built to do it all. Although the production of the Unimog 411 ended in 1974, its legacy has only grown stronger. Today it's one of the most sought-after classic Unimogs, cherished by collectors, restorers, and off-road enthusiasts alike. Its compact size and classic rounded fender design make it one of the most visually distinctive Unimogs ever built. While modern Unimogs have evolved into larger, high-tech expedition vehicles, the 1962 Unimog 411 remains a pure, unfiltered embodiment of what made the Unimog legendary to begin with. A machine that doesn't just conquer terrain, but laughs in the face of it. Decades later, this indestructible workhorse is still proving why it always will be one of the toughest vehicles ever built. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out, and in the meantime, we're going to take this thing over to Tokyo and see how it handles our loop. Once you fully build up the Unimog, it'll end up with 479 performance points, and the engine will produce 227 horsepower and 297 foot-pounds of torque. After 5 stages of weight reduction, the weight will come in at 2,950 pounds. Keep in mind you need to have collector level 50 in order to purchase the level 5 weight reduction, and the level 5 comes in at 300,000 credits. So the good news is, if you do purchase the number 5 weight reduction, you don't need to purchase 1 through 4. You can just start off with that final version and it'll end up with the same weight afterwards. These numbers aren't very impressive, but this is actually a tractor, even though it looks more like a truck. The original horsepower in game is 29, the original performance points are 32, and the original weight comes in at 4,277 pounds. As configured in this setup, the top speed of the Unimog is only 110 miles per hour, and the stock variant tops out at 47. So these aren't even necessarily street legal. They never were meant for the road. They are agricultural vehicles. Now, although the Unimog is slow and this is a racing game, it's still a fun purchase, and that's because of the amount of customization involved in this vehicle. In the wide body version like we have here, you can add in hay bales to the bed or replace it with a camper style setup like I have here. If you don't use the wide body, you can actually have a longer bed, or there's a almost like a selling style box that goes on the back of it, and I've seen a lot of people create a lot of creative designs for these vehicles, so they are worth picking up. And then if you end up playing the game on easy mode, this will actually compete really successfully against the rally cars as well. It corners amazing, and it will dominate in the corners, even though the straightaways it will end up getting kind of beat up on. When it comes to tire wear, I experienced about 20% wear to the front and 10% wear to the rear after the 3 laps of our test track. And then I was expecting to see about 6 laps for the fuel supply before having to hit the pit stops. We ended up hitting the line at 2 minutes 49.309 seconds, which actually puts this in last place of the cars we've tested so far, but it's first in terms of tractors. So if John Deere steps into the game, or International, or Caterpillar, we might have a competition. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.